MEAD! We are set to go! Yes! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, people around the world, to the Weekly Beer Show. I'm Travel Man Dan, and that is
Nate Honeysuckle.
Nate Honeysuckle. Wow! What's going on, Nate?
What's going on, man? How are you, Travel Man Dan?
I'm
Happy
doing
Sunday.
friggin' wonderful. The show is on Sunday. We already have somebody in the room. We are set to go. And today might be one of the most anticipated episodes I've felt in a very long time. I'm so excited. I got a lot of shit to go through. We got some delicious beers. Are they beers? Yeah, stay tuned because this is the MEAD episode. But if you're hopping on for the first time, welcome to the show. Damien the Fiend, welcome. Ready for some MEAD. I'm here to go ahead and tell you a little bit about what we do here if this is your first time. Go ahead and review beer. Obviously, today we let the cat out of the bag and we're reviewing MEAD. So we're going to have some alcoholic beverages to go ahead and review. While we do that, we got some great topics to talk about throughout the week that came up. We got some awesome segments like good news. We got show and tell. What would you rather? We're going to round it out with what are you reading, what are you watching, what are you listening to. I'm going to drop a quote on you. And all throughout the show, we're just two regular guys that like to drink beer. So we're going to go ahead and give you our best review from our honest perspective. So thanks for stopping by for the show. If you're a regular and returning, Nate, tell them what's going on.
Well, you guys know what we do. We review two beers. We crack them, smell them, taste them. Sorry, today we review two meads. Crack them, smell them, taste them. Then we go to our scorecard. 5 different categories. We talk about taste, style, price, accessibility. We throw in an X factor to try to get a composite score of 25 out of 25. It's only happened once with an asterisk. Danny, is today the day. It is not beer, but it is a drink.
Today could be the day. Imagine that. And then that would be a double asterisk because it's not really beer. Right. It's mead. So we would be all screwed up. But nevertheless, I hope that they get the best score. And like I said, we're just two regular guys that enjoy drinking beer and giving you our opinion of it. But I do want to say thank you so much to my friend Nate Honeysuckle is here. To my friend Mike Capella. You may have known him on this show as Mikey's Food Porn Kitchen. Is that right? Or he definitely likes
not to be confused with eating on the toilet.
No, definitely not. Oh gosh, that would be our type of show, right?
Right.
Some type of porno while they're eating food.
Porno.
Well, guys, I just want to go ahead and say a big special thanks to Mike Capella. He was on the show last year, Nate, almost a year ago. He was on the July 4th episode, so maybe we can get him back. But I know he's training for a bicycle ride, so congratulations on your persistence and determination on your bike ride.
Absolutely.
So Mike actually donated today's mead to us. So thank you so much, Mike. I'll refer back to you a few times throughout the show, but I wanted to go ahead and get right after it and say thank you so much. I'm so excited to try this stuff. And Nate, what do you say we get into it, man?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, the first one we're going to get into is I don't know too much about this place. I don't know too much about mead. This one, it comes from us from a place called Groennfell Meadery. We're going to get into that in a little bit when Nate takes us on a little bit of a tour, a Meadery tour. Nate, where is Groennfell Meadery? What state?
Vermont. Northeast corridor.
Northeast. New England area. Okay.
Yep.
So today brings us to their Old Wayfarer Oaked Amber Mead. Check this out. Ba-boom. Oh, in your face. In your faces. On TV in your faces. Okay, so there it is, guys. Nate, I'm excited, man. I haven't had mead in a very long time. It's very different. I don't know too much about it, but this is a 6.8%, so it's definitely a stronger mead. It's naturally gluten-free.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
They have a bunch of things going on in the back, which I like how they tell a little story. They got a lot of stuff going on. We'll get into that a little bit later. It says it's aged on white oak. Any idea what that means?
Yeah, in barrels. It's aged in barrels.
Okay.
Yep. So it's not the standard, and we'll go through it. I have a little bit of I have some slides to talk about exactly what mead is, but yeah, it's finished off in casks.
Okay. What up, Tony? Welcome
What's
to
up,
the
Tony?
show. We're having a little mead. So what do you say, Nate? What do we do?
Crack it, smell it, taste it.
Let's crack this sucker open. All right.
I like the sound of that.
Woo. Oh, baby. Oh yeah, it's got some very smelly aromas going on in there. I'm gonna drink it out of this thing. All right.
I'm doing this little guy today.
Ooh, a little dainty man you are.
Little dainty. This is from Trillium.
Okay. That's definitely a nice glass. So my first initial smell is the aroma's subsided, but it almost smells like a sour. But here we go. Let's go ahead. Does it smell like a sour to you, Nate?
A little bit, almost like a kombucha.
Yeah, exactly.
Similar.
All right, well, let's go ahead and pour this sucker. And that's very light looking.
Very light. Kind of looks like a cider almost.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a kombucha, sour, cider. I think all three of those things together would pretty much. Oh, we got some pieces of stuff floating around in there.
No head at all, so you're not going to get that with the mead. At least I don't think so.
Yeah, I got some things floating in there. I'm not sure what that is, but you got any floaties?
I don't. I have it's deep, carbonation as soon as you pour it in is pretty nice, and then it kind of subsides. There's a little bit of bubbles on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it right there. There's some bubbles. Other than that, there's no sediment in mine.
Wait, let me see yours again. Okay.
Hard to kind of give you the not really. I wouldn't say residue, Damien. For me, it's literally just bubbles. I don't have anything in mine.
Yeah, it's like a flat juice. But hey, Nate, there's only one way to get through this, and that's to drink it. So cheers. Let's try it out. This is from Groennfell Meadery, the old way for oak amber ale.
What is a wayfarer? Is that a boat?
It's a sunglass.
Well, I mean, that's ooh. Wow.
Boozy.
It is. It's way boozier than I thought it would be.
This is good, man.
It's different. It's very different.
Hold on, let me get my coaster. Put it on the coaster, Danny.
Mose.
Dude, look at there's me and you. You're obviously Barney. I'm Homer.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll be Barney. What's the old joke? Wasn't it Bart that used to call into Mose?
Yeah, he used to call into him and said, pants on fire. First thing you are pants on fire. It's like silly shit like that. But wow, I don't even know how to describe this thing. I'm not lost for words because I'm going to get into it. But my impression of it is it's like a white wine. It's like a white Zinfandel with a little bit of Bartles and James going on there. It's a really easy wine cooler tasting. Now, look, you need a lot of honey to make these things. Is Seymour Butts there?
Is Seymour Butts here?
Damien, nice, man, nice. So yeah, I'm curious. That's all I can taste. It's very boozy. It's very wine flavored. It's juicy, not in the terms of like tropical juice, but like almost like the actual apple juice. But yeah. Nate, what do you think?
I can't really put my finger on what it is. So it's basically honey, water, and yeast is what really creates this. So I'm picking up definitely honey notes. It's not sweet though. At least mine's not sweet. Now this one's considered oaked amber mead. So I would imagine that the color would be slightly darker. Hey, Mom. Slightly darker than what maybe a traditional standard mead would be without adjuncts added. But yeah, I like it. It's kind of almost lemony somehow, even though there's no lemon in it.
Yeah, there's definitely a ringing like zest to each sip, right? And the weird thing about it is, I got to be honest with you, when I first took a sip of this thing, now Mike sent this to me within the last, I'd say 4 or 5 months. I was anticipating a skunked can. I don't think it's skunked. I think it's just the way that I think that's the way that the sourness is with like what Nate was saying is the zestness. Brian, what up, twin?
What's up, Brian?
I'm working on that date about coming home. I'll let you know, but it looks like maybe the first or second week of August. I'm going to try to squeeze in there.
You know what, Danny? It might be different than beer in the sense that, all right, so maybe it lends to be more a type of a wine in that in its storage, right? Maybe, with beer, because of the type of ingredients that are in there, and the next beer that we're doing, there is a hop element, so maybe that's a little bit different, but maybe it ages better on the shelf.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, maybe sitting in the can does it some type of fermentation. Ryan, I'll get back to you this week. Sorry, man, I've been swamped. But Nate, I gotta say, man,
I like it.
It tastes like a sour to me.
It tastes like a sour crossed with a cider.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so interesting. I cannot wait to try the next one because the next one has hops, and that's going to be interesting. So I think that's going to kind of bridge the gap a little bit from what this type of alcoholic beverage is and beer, because it's really not wine or beer.
Yeah, and I don't remember. I had a mead cup with you, and it kind of tasted similar, but I want to say we drank 10 beers before that, so I didn't really like, give it my whole.
Our palate might have been shot.
Yeah, and the last time before that was when I was in Lithuania. Guys, if you haven't seen that video, please just type in Travelman Dan Mead Bar Lithuania and YouTube. And I had one of the best times of my ever travels. And I was just walking around in downtown Vilnius, Nate, and I saw this thing, and it was like $2 drinks of mead, €2. I was like, all right, let's see what the hook is. It's literally said mead bar. So I walk in there. The place is about the size of your bedroom, and there's a couple of Lithuanians in there, and they're just getting smacked. And I had to film it on my phone because I wasn't out filming. It was all impromptu. The guy was great. He was giving me shots, giving me beers. I met a really nice couple from Finland in the bar that are in the video. Just an overall great travel story for me. But it brings back a lot of fun memories. And I got to say, mead to me is delicious. I love it. I love that kombucha taste.
Is it popular in Scandinavia? Is that kind of, it seems to me like a Viking drink.
Well, I mean, their name is Groennfell Meadery. I think that it's probably some type of way to ferment, I don't know. I don't know the whole history behind it, but I would say something to do with the Scandinavian weather, Vikings on ships. Hops and things like that weren't really introduced to that region at that time. That's kind of where I'm thinking, but I don't know for sure.
So, by the way, I just very quickly looked up the definition of wayfarer, and that is a person who travels on foot.
Nice. I would say that I'm a wayfarer.
Yeah, well, I like wayfaring.
Yeah, I miss wayfaring. In LA, I'm more of a truck farer.
Yeah, you know how it is here. Well, when we were in Asia, we were wayfaring everywhere.
I love wayfaring.
Me too.
I wear Wayfair glasses.
Man. But it's 110 degrees today in Las Vegas, so I'm not wayfaring anywhere.
Well, I can't wait to wayfare. As soon as I'm done with this show, I go for my walk. I'm going to do 4 miles today. I'm going to take a nice little walk up the hill. So I'll be wayfaring it. But let's get into some other things. Then I'm going to come back and edit Colonel's Allensworth State Park. I know I've been promising this for months. It's just, guys, life. Okay, I'm doing the best I can with everything I can. I'm making no excuses. I'm just busy. I'm doing other things. Sure. But I'm getting back on the schedule. My knee's pretty healthy now, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting that out, starting with the Colonel Allensworth. I'm also going to be bringing you next week. Did you know Arby's, Nate, has a burger?
Do they?
Yeah, it's called the Wagyu burger.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So look for the next.
Can you get a Food Friday with that?
Yeah, it's coming out next week.
Yes.
The 24th. So look for the Arby's review of the Wagyu burger, and then that will be coming out. another couple of pop cultural things. I know we talked about my involvement, small, tiny, minuscule involvement in Top Gun. Have you seen Top Gun? What do you think of it? And yesterday, Jurassic Park came out.
Oh, Chris Pratt.
Dr. Ian Malcolm is back.
Have you seen Top Gun yet?
I have not. I probably shouldn't say this publicly, but I'm thinking about ending work a little early on Friday and going for a double feature.
I don't want to miss my opportunity to see it in the theater, and I don't think I will because it's probably going to be in the theater for a long time.
Yeah, but see, that's what screws you. You think that, and then all of a sudden, it's like it's not like it used to be. Movies move fast,
Yeah, but this one's because of at least I think it is anyway, because of how much notoriety it has and how popular it is, but yeah, I'm excited about it. It seems like something you want to see in the theater.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it in the theater too. Like I said, I'll probably go this week. I want to bang them out at the same time and just go, bang them out one after another. Just go see Top Gun and then go to see Jurassic Park.
Dang, all right. I'm kind of enjoying this, man.
Yeah, I know. I see that. Is that the whole can? You're whacking that sucker down.
No. This is like 4 or 5 ounces.
Is that the way you're supposed to drink? I like.
I did some research on. Obviously it doesn't matter. You can drink it right out of the can if you want. But I wanted to. How are you supposed to properly drink it? They say a stemmed wine glass. I don't have any stemmed wine glasses because I'm not a wine drinker. But this was the closest thing, and it was the most dainty of my options, so I chose that.
Well, I think this is a stem. They got a stem. That qualifies as a stem.
Sure.
Yeah, it's really good, man. I'm enjoying this. So thanks again to Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, delicious. I like it. Thanks, Mike. Screenshot. All right. The cryotherapy. Do you ever hear of cryotherapy, Nate?
Yeah, I would imagine it has something to do with freezing.
Yeah. So I've seen these things. They're in rehabilitation centers, physical therapy centers, places where they go ahead and they put you like up to your neck in this little thing, almost like a stand-up tanning bed. And then they freeze you at negative 260 degrees. And
what?
So, yeah, dude. So I went and checked it out.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did. It was $20 for the first time. I have some ongoing inflammations. We old, so we need to try it. See, Mike knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, listen, I'm not like in rough shape or anything like that. Like I'm good. Even though I just had ACL surgery, I feel great, man. Like, but I just wanted to see what it was about. Crazy, man. You got to go check it out. Like, I don't know the health benefits of it, what it actually did internally, because it works from the inside out rather than just freezing you. Being in that negative 260 degrees was a little weird. You have to wear gloves. I was definitely feeling a little bit of anxiety, onset anxiety. Yeah, it comes on quick because it gets cold. It poofs this air every 15 seconds and it drops like another 40 degrees. So like you feel yourself. Yeah, you feel freezer burn. But I will say when I came out of that thing and I started warming up, wow, I was getting like these little bursts of energy.
Really?
Things were moving around. Now, the main problems, I guess, for me is I don't really get sick much, but I get a lot of muscular pain and joint pain and things like that. So it seemed to really work. I wish it would freeze just up because I get a lot of it in my neck. I don't know.
Me too. Like my right shoulder, I get a ton of shit.
Yeah, man. It's it's crazy. We should just seriously look at our entire care of our bodies and like ditch the fucking pills that we put out there and things like that. Yes. And I understand people are, definitely need some certain things, especially like blood pressure pills and cholesterol pills and stuff like that. And autoimmune deficiencies. But for the most part, I think that like if we just took better care and ate better, ate properly and used, hey, Calvin, use stuff like cryo and chiropractic care, acupuncture, Nate, I think would be better.
Well, listen, we use the medicine because we're not taking care of most of the time. Now, there's some people that are just genetically disadvantaged. I'm sure I have my genetic disadvantages, but most of the time we're masking the issue, right?
Yeah. There she is. Drunatic. Let's give her an old school. Drunatic.
I bet Drunatic's a wayfarer.
Drunatic's awesome. Wayfarer is someone who travels by foot. If you just joined us.
But Copenhagen, would you not want to be? I feel like if I'm in Copenhagen, I'd only want to travel by foot.
Bicycle.
Oh, is it big there?
Very big. And it's so big that I've never seen this in any other city that I've been in. And maybe this is a Scandinavian thing, but when you go into the subway in Copenhagen, they have like a car where you sit, and then they have a separate car where you park your bike. So you pull in your bike, and then that's like these little rubber, like strong rubber things on the ground, and you park your wheel in behind it. And when the subway goes off, the bikes go, and then they catch up. And like I'm sitting there watching all these bikes like this, but they don't fall, they don't come out. It's nuts. And the next stop, people get up from these two cars. They walk in, they grab their bicycle, they get out, and they go. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's really healthy.
How is the public transportation there?
Wonderful. Yeah. It was, I traveled a lot when I was there using bicycle. I had my hotel bike. They had a little basket on it, and it was like Elliot's bike, That's when I went and saw the trolls. But other than that, I used the subway a few times. I had to go way out. Listen, Denmark and Copenhagen stuff, there's a reason why they're happy like they are.
Right.
It's just awesome out there, man. I don't know how to explain it. I really want to take the plunge and move to one of those countries, whether it be Sweden, Finland, Norway, or Denmark. It's just, I can't explain how great it is, man. People are cool, friendly, they're hip. It is expensive. I will say that.
Sure. Just the food itself. Like, I would just to get out of this fast food corporate type of eating every day. I mean, I don't really do a lot of it anyway, but just to have more of those, I would imagine smoked fish is a huge deal, and a lot of farm to table type of eating, which I would much prefer.
Yeah. They do have fast food. Obviously, they have McDonald's, and
there
was, I forget the name of the place that I went to. I did a video on it. I'm sorry, but it's weird because there's so many in Europe, so many like little Turkish doner stands or doner. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yep. Like, I feel like the European fast food, especially like that part of Western Europe, they really like the kebabs and the shawarma sandwiches. Like, I mean, when I was in Lithuania, not to bring back the MEAD, I got a pizza over there, Nate. It had shawarma and pickles on it. No, dude, it was so good.
Dude, do you remember the shawarma spot on the corner in Hong Kong?
Yes, of course.
You remember there was a red sauce and a white sauce.
Yes,
and you would go in there, and it was like this hustle bustle. Like, I don't know if it was off of Nathan Road. I forget exactly where it was, but you went down this little corridor, and then it split into two streets, and it was right there on the corner, like triangular.
I know exactly. I love that spot. Yeah, it was Tim Sat Toy, and it was right.
That's right, PST.
Yeah, it was right there. Yeah, man, it was awesome, man. I'm hearing a lot of people are moving out of Hong Kong. They're having like a mass exodus of foreigners. Something like 100,000 foreigners have left Hong Kong in the last 6 months.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
ever changing.
I'm being on the border like that. I don't know. There's a lot of unrest in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I miss traveling, Nate. Do you have any summer plans for travel? Do you have anything going on? Anybody in the comments? Anybody going anywhere cool?
Yeah, is anybody going anywhere? I'm not really this summer. I mean, I'm going to try. I've been talking to you. I'd like to get up to Reno. I'd like to do something like that. Maybe catch a couple of national parks. But yeah, other than that, I don't have anything planned, but I'd like to go do some brewery tours.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a busy summer for myself. I'm hoping to get up to a national park, speaking of which is going to be sometime in July up to Sequoia. And then I'm going to go visit AJ up in Murphy's, California, speaking of high Murph. So hopefully I'll be able to squeeze in Reno, but if not, we'll figure something out. We always do. But yeah, anyone going anywhere cool? Anyone going anywhere specific? I know at the end of the summer, going at the end of August, I'm going to Vietnam. So I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that experience. I've been to Vietnam with Nate. We had a great time, but I didn't have my camera, and Travel Man Dan was not even invented yet.
You like that, huh?
There's something there's such a weird taste of kombucha, sour, cider. It's just really weird, guys. If you just want to take a look, this is what we're drinking from Groennfell Meadery. It is called the Old Wayfarer. And if you don't know what Wayfarer means, Nate has told us before, it means to travel by foot.
A person that travels by foot. Not a dog.
Calvin, calling out Saratoga Springs, my neck of the woods. Nice. Very cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats to your nephew. Let's Nate, where are you at in this meet? What are you thinking? Can you give me some input on it?
In mead overall, or this particular one?
Yeah. Do you know anything about mead? Can you tell us a little bit? I mean, we've talked about it. I know kind of what it is, but I'd like to know a little bit more. Nate,
yeah, I mean, so I tried to do a little bit of research. I mean, there's not that much on it. It's not a super popular drink in America, but I did do a little bit, and I have a couple of slides to kind of share with you guys. You know, what is mead? It's not meat. I didn't know anybody would confuse that, but that's what they say here. Essentially, it's water, honey, and yeast, which is different from beer, right?
Uh-huh.
What'd you say?
They say meat?
I don't know. It says hint. It's not meat. I don't know. I don't know who would confuse that, but that's what they put here on their little thing. Water, honey, and yeast. Mead, aka honey wine, which is not necessarily. It's a little disingenuous because it's not wine. It's also not beer, and we'll talk a little bit about that. I wanted to put in here. So, what is mead exactly? It's an ancient alcoholic beverage of fermented honey and water. You can see that it's put into those casks, into those barrels. I don't know, Danny, if you can tell what that is on the top there, on the bottom picture. That's kind of on top of that barrel. I couldn't figure that out.
Is it red?
It is red.
And it's kind of like frothing over.
Yeah, I can't figure that out. Is it a bag of some sort? I can't tell. Again, guys, this is different than beer. I don't know a lot about it. I just did a little bit of research, and I'm just trying to. I thought that picture was interesting. I have no idea what it is. Maybe that is actual fruit being added in.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell from that small of a picture, but it is interesting because it's kind of holding its own as it pours off the side.
Yeah,
and
it's interesting. And of course, you can have meads in a different variety of meads. You can have fruit meads, which we are not doing. Either of these two, neither of them have fruit elements to it. You can use apples, chilies, which is something I would like to try. And they actually have Groennfell and Havoc, which is two different meaderies, by the way, and we'll get into that later. They do have some chili options, which I think is interesting. And of course, maple syrup. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool.
Oh, man.
Definitely an ancient drink. This has been around for a very long time, and a lot of people believe it is the first alcoholic beverage ever created.
Wow. Really? Even before wine?
Yeah. So here you go. We can just kind of segue into that, a brief history. Its exact origins are unknown, but some texts show ancient Greeks consumed a honey and water mixture as a way to honor the goddess Aphrodite. One reason why. What's that?
Aphrodite.
Why it's referred to as nectar of the gods. It's also thought that Nordic Vikings celebrated battles and long voyages with mead. More recently, historians believe it originated anywhere from 20 to 40,000 years ago in Africa, when tribes would drink the liquid created by honeybees that took up residence in hollowed-out tree trunks. In early England, mead was often infused with herbs and thought to aid in digestion or improve depression. And during medieval times, honey wine was an essential part of a new marriage. In fact, the term honeymoon comes from mead. After marriage, a couple was supposed to drink this honey liquid as a way to boost fertility.
Oh, give me a case.
How it's made, guys, is very simple. It's a fermentation process. Like any alcoholic beverage, mead starts with fermentation. Water is added to honey to dilute the thick liquid. Then yeast converts the sugars in the honey to alcohol. And it kind of does sound a little bit like wine, and it's very complex. Honey itself shows a wide range of flavor profiles, just like wine grapes, depending on the type of flower pollen used. The thought of a honey wine may conjure up the idea of sweetness. And Danny, we just said this before, this isn't sweet. You know,
Yeah.
I don't get that overtly sweet profile that I was really expecting. It can be brewed in a wide range of styles, from dry to semi-sweet to sparkling.
I get that dry sweetness. I get that. I get that a lot. It tastes, like I said, like a white Zinfandel. Learning something new. Look, this is Nate knows, man. Don't even mess around, dude. I love it, Nate. One thing I really like about mead is it's very kind of romantic to be drinking it, right? It's kind of this old tradition forgotten drink, and it's like
something.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like we've over the last 50, 60 years, I've gotten into this weird thing of binge drinking and just get blasted beyond. But like, I don't know, this stuff has been around since, like I said, the first beer ever, maybe, or first alcoholic beverage. Yeah. I guess the easiest way to explain it is it's not beer. It's more like a cider, but it's sweet like a wine. That for me, if I was
like I see what you mean there. Like when it comes to the actual process, it's probably lines up more with beer than wine, I think. But then again, it's like it's this hodgepodge between the both, right? So it's interesting, but it's neither. Yeah. So and then down here at the bottom, it talks about the alcohol content. So both of the ones that we'll be drinking today are either 6.8 or 6.9% respectively, but it varies. It can go anywhere between really this one says 8%, but it can go anywhere between like 3.5% and 20% ABV. And here's a couple of different styles. I don't know a lot about these guys, but I want to put it in here for reference. Melomel is a style with added fruit juices. Metheglin.
Yeah. What's the matter, bro? You can't talk? What's the matter? All right. Finally got him, dude. From the guy that gets a lot of shit from his accent, from his mumble, and from his broggle. That was fun.
Metheglin, which is herbs or spices. Braggot, Acerglin, Braggot, and Bobby Boucher. So those are the different styles, a lot of different styles. Guys, if you have an opportunity to try this, if you ever see it somewhere, definitely give it a shot. You might not like it. It might not be your thing, but there's a place for it, and it's quite interesting. So that, guys, is what mead is, a very ancient drink made from water, honey, and yeast, served warm, served cold, low ABV, high ABV, sweet, semi-sweet, sparkling, a wide array of different options. Give it a shot.
Oh, man. You just made me think of two things. First, I want to go ahead and let you know that after the show, I'll go ahead and put in the description old Groennfell Meadery. If you want to go ahead and order, they deliver nationwide in the United States. I am seeing it popping up in Total Wine. And
Are you?
Yeah, I saw it here in California. So it is starting to get out there. If you get a chance to try it. And you also made me think of when you said hot mead, man, there's nothing better than like a cool, crisp evening, October, November. I cannot wait to one day move back to Buffalo and drink hot toddies. And like, ooh. I just have, in Shanghai, I used to drink them with Jimmy and Leva. And Donnie, would you like to get a hot toddy? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, let me get one of them. Mate, it's the best fucking English drink you ever had, mate. It's just like, dude, it's just, oh, man. but mead warm I've never tried that I know of. I don't know if you could just heat this up, but here it is. Nate, good job. What do you think?
I like it. I'm really curious on this next one. I'm excited to try the next one, but I really like this one. They do a good job. Yeah, we'll talk about the brewery when we finish grading this one.
Yeah, it's time to move on, guys. I want to go ahead and talk about the good news, but first, I want to go ahead and let you know next week, Sunday, is Father's Day, so we will not be having the show. Nate and his family are going to hang out in Utah, I believe, right, Nate?
No, my mom's coming to town. So,
cool.
Yeah, we'll see her next Sunday.
Take it slow through the canyon, Murph. Just take it easy. The construction will pass, and you'll get through there and, be around your family soon enough. But we're not doing that. But the show will go on next Saturday.
Yep.
Okay, so the Saturday show at 10 a.m. I'll be sure to go ahead and make a promo video on Friday, put it out there, letting you know we will be going back and forth Saturday, Sunday, but every week. So hopefully that works out. Hey, maybe that's the play for us with Saturday, Sunday thing until we get the football season where it's going to go every Saturday. But there it is next week. Now it's time for a little good news and throwing it back to my friend Barrow, this day in history. Here we go, guys. Yes, this is a good news day in history. Now, here we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. Look at this picture right here. Oh, my. What is that? A brick building and a bunch of people. On this day in history, the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, held its very first induction ceremony. Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, and Honus Wagner were among the inaugural class, which had been elected 3 years earlier. As of January 22, 340 people have been elected into the Hall of Fame, including 230 former Major League Baseball players, 39 Negro League Baseball players and executives, 23 managers, 10 umpires, and 36 pioneers, executives, and organizers. 118 members of the Hall of Fame have been inducted posthumously, including 4 who died after their selection was announced. The Hall of Fame includes one female member, Effa Manley. She was an executive of Negro Baseball League. She was one of the high executives there, the managers, and then managers of the league. Take a look at this class right here.
Babe Ruth.
Of course, he's probably the most recognizable. If you take a look, Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, where's Ty? Ty Cobb is, I believe, the guy.
He's to the right. He's to the right of Babe.
I think that, you sure? Because it looks like him standing up behind him.
Is it? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
He's got that really mean face behind him. And then Honus Wagner, I don't know who Honus Wagner is in that picture, and I'm sorry about that. But here's the deal. Players are currently inducted in the Hall of Fame through election, either the Baseball Writers Association of America, often referred to as the BBWAA, or later on, the Veterans Committee, which now consists of 4 subcommittees, each of which considers votes for candidates from a separate era. So basically, they kind of take a look at all the different eras, and each committee has its own. According to the Hall of Fame, approximately 260,000 visitors enter the museum each year, and the running total has surpassed 17 million. Wow. On this day in history, Nate, I love that stuff. That was a long time ago. The Hall of Fame, Calvin, if you're going to Saratoga Springs, make sure you take some time to drive over to Cooperstown. It's not too far. It's unbelievable. If you like baseball, one of the biggest things for me was I was actually in the Hall of Fame for 1 year, Nate. You know that. A lot of people our friends were in the Baseball Hall of Fame. After you get through the Hall of Fame, there's a very tiny section of glass where they put the college baseball series, the Division 1, 2, and 3 winners of that year. I was part of the Division 3 baseball team in North Carolina, and I was put in the Hall of Fame, went and saw myself in the Hall of Fame. I couldn't believe it. So awesome. This day in history. Hope you liked it. This is the good news. The Baseball Hall of Fame is just awesome. Have you been there, Nate?
I have, but there's one thing I'd like to talk about. If you can pull that picture up with a Babe Ruth again.
Sure.
Look at those socks. I like how he rolls them down. I don't know why I think that's hilarious, but the way these guys used to dress was, I mean, I wish we still dressed like this.
I mean, here's the thing. Babe Ruth's, a man amongst men, right? I mean, that guy puts a suit and socks on because the picture's being taken.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those things were not, he's probably half in the bag. Some of those other guys are, well polished, distinguished men. But yes,
amazing, dude. The guy in the top left might be my favorite.
The big guy.
Yeah, look at his tie. The top of the tie is super short.
Oh wow, he does it. Yeah,
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, I think that's Ty Cobb next to him. He's got that face that looks like he wants to bite.
Look at the ears, dude.
Yeah, that might be Honus Wagner.
Man,
interesting. I mean,
different now, man.
Different time. Love that era, Nate. Whether you're a working man or pretty much anywhere in public, you always wore pants and a suit. Just notice that tie.
The tie is the best, man. Start wearing ties.
Let's bring it back up.
Dude, he didn't care. He's a baseball guy.
No, look at it. The back end is longer.
I know.
The back end is longer on that tie.
That was great.
Like, hey, babe, give me a tie. That might be Honus Wagner because he's a ball player. Everyone else is polished with the.
Dude, and they all got like the pomade in their hair. Ah, man, this is cool.
Dude, look at the lapels.
And dude, those suits are amazing. They were probably so hot. Full 100% wool suit.
Probably. But hey, that's the good news. Let's go ahead and I want to tell you real quick, and then we're going to do a little brewery tour. This is today's show and tell. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. With the cryotherapy, I've also heard a lot of other things about this. CBD. Have you guys checked this out, Nate? Have you ever tried CBD?
I don't know what that is.
So CBD is from the hemp plant. It's the properties that relax you. From my understanding is when you smoke marijuana, you get high, and then there's there's two different things. There's the flower that kind of makes you all wacky and gives you that, that. And then there's this relaxing element in the weed plant itself, the hemp plant. So they have extracted the hemp plant and made all kinds of gummies and oils. And this is a tincture. Is that right?
Tincture.
Yeah, this is a tincture. A droplet. You drop a little bit into this. It helps with the joint relief, pain relief, calming, soothing. There's absolutely no marijuana in here or drugs, narcotic in here. It was very clear to the people that I wanted to try this. And look, I dropped one of them in my mouth and it went off into La La Land last night. Just you don't really feel high. You just feel relaxed and calm.
Yeah,
and
it's like melatonin.
It makes it like a really proper sleep. So they make topicals where you can rub it on your neck if you got stiff necks or stiff knees, shoulders. It's just really the oil that comes from the hemp plant. If you've never seen it before, this is the brand that I'm using. I don't get paid by them. I've never, I just walked into this cryotherapy treatment and they had it and I said I wanted to try it. So that's today's show and tell. Let me know if you've tried CBD oil yourself. If you have any. CBD.
Central Business District.
Central Business District, yes.
You remember in China, they'd always CBD signs everywhere.
They don't call it downtown. They call it the CBD.
Central Business District.
But never mind. Let's go on a tour, Nate. Give us a little tour of the old Groennfell Meadery.
All right, guys. So it's a little bit different than normal. So we're going to just combine these two drinks into one brewery tour, considering it's from the same brewer. As you can see here is... I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but Groennfell and Havoc. There's actually two different meaderies. So you've got Groennfell Meadery and you've got Havoc Mead. And we'll talk about that story in a little bit. There's their website if you want to check them out. They have a presence on Instagram and Twitter. They are based out, they're actually based out of 2 locations, but I believe their most updated meadery is in Colchester, Vermont. You can see Vermont is in the northeast corridor of the United States, Barrow, if you are unaware, and Colchester is in the northwest portion of Vermont, basically bordering on upstate New York, where Danny's from, and probably not too far from Buffalo. What would you say, Danny? About a 2-hour drive?
Oh, that where?
In Colchester, Vermont.
From where I live?
Yeah.
No. It's probably 8.
No way is it 8 hours. No,
No,
way.
I'm all the way by those lakes.
I know, but aren't you up in like that little divot area, or not divot, but hook?
No, between those 2 lakes. That's where I'm at, all the way across the state.
Is it that far of a drive?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So there we go. You learn something every day. It's about 7-8 hour drive from Buffalo, New York. So whenever we go and we do our weekly beer show meetup in Buffalo, and we want to go to Groennfell, about 7-hour drive.
Hey.
So we're gonna hop over to this one quickly. So today's mead, we've got 2. This is the old Wayfarer style is mead. Okay. This is, I believe, is a traditional style mead. There's not a whole lot added into this. It's made in oaked amber casks, 6.8%. I can feel it. You know,
yeah, I feel it too.
I'm about halfway through the can. I gotta, you know, I'm not buzzed, but I feel good. The Untapped, this is on Untapped, so which would give it again the idea that it's a type of beer, and it's not. 1.2 thousand check-ins with a score of 3.66 out of 5. And we will be going to this one next. This is the Hop Swarm, 6.9%, 1.4 thousand check-ins with a 3.48 score. Pretty excited about that one. I think it's going to taste more like beer than it is like a honey wine.
Got it.
Vermont Craft Mead. Vermont Craft Mead, better known by our 2 brands, Groennfell Meadery and Havoc Mead, is a proudly woman-owned, woman-operated, certified B Corporation nestled in an industrial park in St. Albans, Vermont. Cheers to it being woman-owned, Danny. I think that's a great thing.
Ladies, where my ladies at? Where my ladies at?
Founded in 2013 by Kelly Klein and her husband, Ricky, Groennfell Meadery was one of the first craft-only meaderies in the world. A few years later, we began a second brand, Havoc Mead. More on that below. Since our founding, we have done Renaissance fairs, Comic-Cons, and harvest festivals. We ran a restaurant we affectionately called Colchester's, I wonder if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Colchester's Mead Hall, and we've catered Viking weddings. That's
Sounds
pretty
good to me.
We've loved all of it, but at this point, we focus primarily on making good mead that's enjoyed around the world. Here's their mission, which I really, really like. The world has forgotten how to feast. Danny, that's something you say on Food Fridays. What do you say?
We are feasting.
We are feasting.
I was going to say, I haven't forgot 1 second of how to feast. I don't know. This might be a little play on like feast, but let's see what they got, because I sure as hell be feasting.
We believe that a feast is a space set apart from daily life where people feel they are part of something bigger than themselves, surrounded by food, drink, and revelry. I really like that. We are proud of the meads we make, of course, but in all that we do, we remember that we are in the business of feasting. Pretty cool. Why we have 2 mead brands. When we started Groennfell Meadery, we had essentially no competition in the craft mead market. We kept expecting someone to come along and make mead in cans, but we waited for years with no one to share the shelf with us. Finally, a few years after we founded, we split our product line into Groennfell with its historically inspired meads. As you can see, like there's no adjuncts in here. This is a standard type of mead, right? And Havoc Mead, where we get to dive deep into the American craft tradition. They're all brewed by the same team. We just use the rules we've established to help us be more creative. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Danny, how we feast. As a triple bottom line company, we believe that honest and accurate sales information combined with exceptional products are the only way to build the trust of our consumers and sustainably grow the profits of the company. Money is power, so we strive to acquire and use ours ethically. We believe that all of our decisions as a company and as individuals can have an impact on the environment. So we educate ourselves and others to make sustainable choices. Our relationship with pollinators, of course, those are bees, uniquely enables us to use our line of products to have a positive impact on a wider environment. We believe that our employees are the foundation of who we are as a company. So happy, healthy staff isn't just a goal, it's non-negotiable. We also remember that we are part of a larger community of individuals and businesses which call for mutual support. It's just great, man. Like their whole ideology, it just speaks to me, and I really appreciate it. Here's a couple of more options that they have. Buckland mead. You can see their Groennfell option is going to be a little bit more of the standard mead. And over here on the right, just different stuff. You can see where they had them introducing maple syrup and different adjuncts into the process. So pretty cool brewery / meadery. What do you think, Danny?
Love it. Love that they're put together. They know what they're doing. They're one of the forefronts here in the United States of making mead. They're bringing back some traditions. Love all that stuff. Feel great to support them. Mike wasn't messing around. He does his research. He knows what he's talking about. So thanks again to Mike Capella, and thank you for the Groennfell Meadery. And we're going to get into the Havoc Meadery in a second. Well, let's go ahead and whack this down, Nate, and now let's go give it a score.
All right, my last bit here. I'm enjoying this. I really am.
Me too, man.
It's not as Danny. So we tried one before. It's not as funky, right? Like I felt last time it was a little more funky.
I mean, who knows what that was? I don't know, but this one for me tasted like I remember that mead should taste like. Sorry, let me write. Really, just an overall thing. I liked it a lot. I liked the taste of it. And when I look at the taste going right into the scorecard, it gave me exactly what I was looking for, where it was a little bit of sweetness from the honey, but primarily it tasted like a sour and a cider mixed together. So it was a very different taste. It's a very alternate taste. If you're looking to grab a mead and expect it to taste like a Busch Light, you're going to be sadly mistaken. It doesn't have that hoppy flavor. It doesn't have any barley notes to it. It has nothing similar to beer.
Really? You're right.
Yeah, it's really just in a league of its own. I feel like this one is great. The oaked amber mead, I'm not that familiar with in terms of brewing process, what the oaked amber was. But if I'm going to go ahead and score this particular mead, I'm going to give it a good one. I'm going to give it a score of 4.0 just because the taste was great.
Yeah, I completely agree, Danny. I'm gonna do 4.0 as well. And now I'm not really versed on mead, so I'm just gonna go off of what my experience is on the palate, and I can't really compare it to anything else. I enjoy it. 4.0.
Nice. All right, let's go to the price. This price obviously was a gift from Mike Capella, so thanks, Mike. It was free. But Nate, what would you pay for if you ordered it from there? Do you know? Can we get a quick pull up on it? I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should. So you can shop. I'm going to shop. Do you want me to pull it up while I'm doing it?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Let's share my screen here, guys, so we can all check this out. I'm doing this for the first time. Okay. So here's their website. Yeah, and just so everybody knows, they actually don't have a meadery that like a bar, right? They sell, from what I understand, they sell it online and they sell it in stores. So it's a little bit different than a typical beer brewery, right? But if I wanted to shop online, which one do you want me to choose here, Daniel? You want me to do the old Wayfair?
Yeah, the old Wayfair. What was $14.99 divided by 4?
Which is $15 from a 4-pack is $3.75.
Okay, so let me we're going old school, baby. We're doing old school. $14.99. We're gonna actually type it in. Divided by 4 cans is $3.75-ish. That's exactly it. Look at this guy. That is my man. All right, so $3.75. It's 6.9. I feel strong drunk. Yeah. I feel like if I was to continue drinking these, I would be the plaster. I really feel
it's a different kind of buzz, though, isn't it?
I'll tell you what it is that I really like about it, and that's going to be on the TMD factor. I don't feel bloated. I don't feel heavy at all. I feel like it's just nice and easy, clean. The price is $3.75 a can. It's a bigger can. It's a pint can. I don't know. I think that's worth it because it's something new. It's something that you want to try. I think that's a great price. I'm going to give it a score of a 4.0.
I'm gonna go 5.0.
My man.
I didn't pay for this. It was sent to me. Thank you again, Mike. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go above and beyond here, and I'm very appreciative of the fact that we have such a great community that's willing to send us stuff like this, and we're able to kind of share it with everybody. So for me, it's a 5.0.
Yeah, Nate, that's a perfect little segment. Real quick, I know we're doing the score. I just want to send a shout out. Do you remember when I did the Reading Man Dan Winston and the Missing Apples? It was a farm in Oklahoma. They create their own books. It's just a total awesomeness. Speaking of community and people that send us stuff, big shouts out to Winston and Simply Ranch. They sent me these 2 giant oil cans. They're oil cans too.
Dude, they look awesome.
Yeah, they're from Oklahoma. They're called Beercraft, Heffenweisen, and Apollo 345. The mother of the author sent these to me, so shouts out to you in Oklahoma. I have these. I don't know how we're going to do these.
We're going to do them here or there.
What's that?
We'll do them together.
Yeah,
like the next time you're here or the next time I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've kicked around the idea of Nate coming to visit. So these are massive cans. So it's a 25 it's a 25 ounce can. So it's perfect because what we'll do is we'll crack them and we'll be able to pour 12 ounces in each cup and we'll be able to gear them. He's laughing. But thank you so much. Going back to the Groennfell Meadery, the design. I don't know how I feel about this. I want to love it. I do love it for the fact that when I see this, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the very first Hobbit book that I saw of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it does.
It just reminds me of that 70s kind of look. I love all the little touches and the accents here. This is probably some kind of the Viking, kind of tribal Viking thing. You see that right there? It's just a really cool looking can. They do tell a story, so that helps Nate. Let me go ahead and read that to you. Based on ancient Germanic warriors' drink, Old Wayfarer is the world's first amber craft mead. Very first. Brewed with a custom blend of amber honeys, German lawyer's yeast, and dark natural sugars, Old Wayfarer then again toasted on oak, creating complex notes of bourbon, molasses, and spice.
Ooh, do you pick up bourbon?
Yeah, I think that's the booziness. Typically, when I taste boozy, it's bourbon. It's out on the porters, on not so much on the stouts, but on some of these other weird beers that we tried. Yeah, that's that bourbon taste, that oak flavored whatever. That's definitely what I taste. Look, the design, I like it. I don't love it, but I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I think it's cool.
Yeah, this is a hard one for me. I love that there's a wizard type of Gandalf.
Yeah, it's like Zirzor.
Yeah, Zirzor. Yeah, I like that. I wish it was not so drowned out. You know, like I feel there's a way they could have done it. I don't know if it's the color of the sticker that's drowning this out. Maybe if they went white, I don't know. But I like it, and I like that they tell a story, which is really, really important to me. But I'm going to go 3.0.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I really like it, but I don't love it. You know what I mean?
That they say woman owned here. They let you know. I think that's important, right?
It's great. It's great. You know, that's a social movement we should all be a little more aware of. Got to leave the chat. Hey, Calvin, thanks for stopping by. Have a great night, day, week, all that good stuff.
Congrats.
Accessibility. Look, this isn't going to be able to be found on a wide range of things.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Here, dude, so I'll show you guys again, right?
In the U.S.
Yes. So in the U.S., I'm sorry, Danny, but in the U.S., like if you go to their website, I think it shows here somewhere all the different locations that you can buy it.
Oh wow!
So I think it's nationwide.
Oh yeah, I told you, man. I saw it here.
Online. Yeah. So, I mean, if you have the ability to get nationwide, that's a big deal. Like you can't get Heady Topper nationwide.
nationwide is on your side.
It doesn't say here, but I thought there was something on here that shows their distribution. But anyway, I apologize for that, Danny. Go ahead.
No problem, man. It's tougher to get, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt that they're getting around the U.S. quite a bit. 3.0 for me on accessibility.
I'm going to go 2.5.
2.5. Okay. There's no need of explanation. I'll save it all for this. The TMD X Factor, awesome drink. Something new. It was sent to me from a friend. It's a newer thing to the United States that a lot of people are. Usually when I tell them mead, they go, "What's that?" Especially around the office or people that are used to drinking mead. It really, the people that I found that understand and know about mead. I like history buffs. Weird cultural thing, but teachers. I don't know. It's just they understand. Yeah, they heard about it through some English literature from 500 years ago or some poems Wadsworth spit it out. But mead for me is awesome. The TMD X Factor for this beer, given the fact that it was gave to me by a friend from my hometown, great place that I want to go ahead and continue to support. Love to get over there one day. 4.5.
Wow, nice. Yeah. I'm going to go 5.0.
Wow.
Listen, like anytime we have the community members contributing to what we're doing, it's a big deal, right? Like this is something I probably never would have known about. Actually, that's not fair. I think there was one time we were looking for a particular beer and I walked into a Lee's Liquor, Danny, and you were on the phone with me and I saw this in there. So they actually have it in Lee's Liquor.
Wow.
Via 4-pack. So that might change accessibility 2.5, I think.
It's getting out there, brother.
X Factor 5.0.
Nice. I love that. I love that you took in consideration our community. The fact that Mike took time to order this from Vermont. It came to his house. He repackaged it, sent it out to us. Phenomenal. Me score 19.0 for the Groennfell.
Oh, boom!
Yo, beats me. All right, his is longer than mine. Oh, great mead, great drink. The Old Wayfarer. Love this mead. Now it's time to get into the second one from the sister brewery. I'm excited about this one just as much because it's a 6.9. So things are going to get a little slurry. So stay tuned, stay with us. We're going on to the second one. For those of you that need a pee break, I just did. I was about to put this up here. And the mead makes me silly.
1 second, brother.
What's it? All right. So the mead makes you silly. I don't know why. I just really want to take and go to the Ren Fair here. I love it. Tenacious Freak. Yes, welcome, my friend. Thank you for hopping on the show. We're about to get into the second beer, mead, the second mead of today's show. I'm really excited about this one. This one is another one that I'll wait till Nate gets here so we can both show you. It should be a lot of fun. But the thing about mead is it's almost like it's sneaky creeper, right? It's very light and it's very crisp. You gotta like that sour honey sweetness from a cider, and then all of a sudden, obviously, you can see I'm all flush-faced red. I definitely feel like I'm getting there, but if you never tried it before, I highly recommend it. And let's go ahead. I'm really curious to see the comparison between the Old Wayfarer and the next one that I'm going to drink, which is also from the same brewery, People. Not the same brewery, People. And it's called Havoc Mead Hop Swarm Dry Hop Mead. That's a lot to say. Boom.
Look at that, dude.
Damn, look at that.
Look at the bee. I like that bee.
I like the bee. It's funny because when I posted that we were doing this, Stuart, the beekeeper, the guy that did the cover here, he goes, "You can't have mead without bees." Love it, man. All right, so this is also naturally gluten-free. It is 6.9%, so a 0.1% stronger. It is from right next door. It is from Havoc Mead. And also, its ingredients are water, honey, hops, Nate, hops.
Woo! Does it tell us what kind of hops, Travel Man Dan?
The whistle hops. I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and try it out. What's our secret for making the drinkable mead? Unlike most beverages, the hops in this mead are never boiled. So you get the complex taste of dry hopping with none of the bitterness. Oh, man.
Dude, I'm so excited about this right now.
Me too, man. High five.
Eh.
All right, let's go ahead and crack it open. I feel giddy. I feel like a little silly kid. It's really nice.
All right, I'm gonna roll this thing a little bit. See if I can.
Oh hell yeah, dude! It smells like IPA heaven.
Does it? Ooh, and guess I'm getting a little bit of. Ooh.
Wow. All right, Nate. Yeah, it smells good. I'm gonna guess that this is also light, like the last one. Maybe a slight bit of darkness because of the hops. But let's go ahead and try it. I got another type of stem goblet.
Goblet. You're a goblet. Uh-oh, he's spilling, dude. You gonna get on your keyboard?
No, I moved out of the way. It's getting on the show notes. All right, look at it.
Still again with this color, man. Like almost like pear nectar.
Hey, you know what time it is, don't you? Hey, I got to go ahead and clean the bar, and after I'm done, I'll go ahead. Remember Andy Bernard when he's, a bar backing, dude. I always got
backing.
A bar backing. Do you ever bar back? I bar backed.
Yeah, I bar backed before.
I bar backed. Bar backed my whole life. Never broke back. I bar backed.
No,
hey, this is fluorescent, dude.
Dude, look at the color. It's like lemonade.
This looks like the stuff that before you're about to get a CAT scan that they give you.
I'm not, I'm not like what is it, iodine?
Something, yeah.
I don't pick up a lot of fragrance on the nose. Do you?
I pick up a lot of flowers. Well, hey, there's only one way to find out, Nate. We've cracked it. We've sniffed it. Now let's go ahead and taste it. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Thanks, Mike.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
Well, that's a game changer right there.
That's amazing, dude.
It's better than the last one.
Dude, that is amazing.
That's good. It's good.
Oh, my gosh, man. That's like a shandy. Oh, man. It's like a Rattler shandy. Sweet. Dude, it's so clear. It's so crisp. There's no, like they say, there's no bitterness, but there is no bitterness.
None.
But you taste the hops. Holy cow, man.
You do. It's almost like because it's dry hopped, you should be pickering. You should be picking up the aroma. I'm not picking that up, but I do. I can tell that it's in the drink itself. I can taste it. It's not overwhelming.
Phenomenal. I'm ordering a 12-pack as soon as I get done. It's really good, Nate. What was your first sip like?
Very similar to the old Wayfarer with a hop element.
With a hot dog in it?
With a hop element.
Oh.
It's very much like the old Wayfarer with a hot dog in the middle of it. No, I enjoy it. It's good.
It's really good, man.
Very effervescent, very light. Like this. So the thing about these drinks is that it's so light. It's almost like a Gosa, right? Like it almost has a saltiness, sourness. And those are typically in the 4 to 4.5% range. This is that same lightness, but it like pops you.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous the flavor that's coming out of this thing. I would not expect it. There's so many different layers, and there's a lot of complexity, but it's still balanced. It's this shit is adventurous, man. This is like, it's just really like, what am I drinking? I don't know. What are you drinking? I don't know, but it's good.
So let me ask you this. Now that you went through the old Wayfarer, now you've tried this. What would you think is the proper setting for this drink?
Let's not say proper. Let's say, because there's no real proper. I mean, but
All right. Well, I'm being liberal with the terminology, but what
Let's say
would you think is a good time?
where would you have a good time? Probably 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the summer.
6 o'clock
Anywhere.
at a volleyball game.
I know, anywhere there's people. I don't know if I'm getting down a fucking 6-pack of these at a volleyball game. They're
Not 16-ounce cans. No.
no way, dude. This thing
Too
is
much.
like, and yeah, I listen. One of the most drunkest nights I've ever been is on Mead at that place in Lithuania, and I had the best time in the world. Like, I mean, it's just a different vibe.
It's clean, right? It's cleaner.
Something about it, yeah. I think that it doesn't have, like I said before on the old Wayfarer, because it's not because it doesn't have gluten in it. Maybe that bloatedness, right?
Huh,
You know,
I wonder, yeah, that's a good point.
like you feel lighter, right? You feel like
I don't feel weighed down at all.
yeah. And we were saying we feel giddy like kids. Maybe that's that effect of the heaviness that bloats you. Maybe that's something psychologically. When you get bloated, your body's telling you don't feel good. Even if it's to a place where it's tolerable bloatedness.
Right.
You know, now with this gluten, like I feel, I mean, I have lost some lbs, but I just feel like, let's go. I want to go bike riding. You know what I mean?
You're right though. Like I feel like you could be in a place like Copenhagen and you talk about riding bicycles. I think you can do that after like one of these and feel good about it.
It's very, very flowery.
Bastard, but
very flowery.
It is. Almost like there's a chamomile kind of element to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say dandelion, but yeah.
Yeah. Or dandelion. Yeah. Something floral, something light, something. I don't know. I like it.
Well, look, I got to go use the restroom and I'll be right back. And then we're going to get into what would you rather? What would you rather is going to be exciting.
All right, guys. So yeah, I mean, this is a really interesting option. If you guys listen again, I'm going to pull up the website because you guys, you all have the opportunity. The people that live in America. For those of you that are outside the country, I apologize. That's not necessarily true for you, but look at you guys can go through. You can order this. All right. Let me see the price for the Havoc mead. Right here's the Hop Swarm. Right, $14.99. So they're all. Oh, they got some other stuff here. Veneer Ancient Collection Mead by Groennfell. Hedger Ancient Collection Mead. Look at those. Wow, that's different. Look at this. Do-it-yourself mead case builder. Ooh, $80 and you can get 24 cans and you can get a different variety. But look at this. What are these things? These bottles. Summerfest. The words here are kind of tough to pronounce. Starry Ulsa, Hedger Ancient, Veneer. Danny, would you try those stuff? Would you try those in the bottle?
What the hell are those?
That's all. It's all mead. It's aged mead. So I would imagine that they're going to be much higher in alcohol content.
Oh yeah, that's probably like 14%.
Right?
I kind of want to order something right now.
Like while we're on the show?
Yeah, we should just let's order a 4-pack of Havoc.
Go ahead. Or do you want me to do it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm controlling it.
Yeah, I was gonna say ordered. I'll send you the Venmo.
I don't have my wallet with me.
Don't worry, we'll do it after the show. But I think it would be cool.
But I will, dude. I'll get us. So there's an option you can get. Do we really need 24 of them? I mean, I'll drink them.
We know if we really like them or not, you know. Well, I just felt like, you know, a lot of times people, you know, talk shit. So I want to put it to the test to say, you know what, I believe in this company. I like their product. I'll fork up the dough and buy it. Like, you know what I mean? Good. Like, you know, Mike sent this
a variety.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a case of like 6 different floors. Okay. I'm willing. One thing I will say is, I do remember when it came here, the way that they packaged it was awesome. They had this like hard like cardboard and on the top, but really nice, good quality company. Let's get into what would you rather, because this one's gonna be a doozy. Guys, I'm giving you a ticket. Where would you rather go? You can let me know now in the comments, or you can let me know later. Danny's back. Barrow, good to see you, Barrow. Always makes my week complete.
What would you rather? Are you ready, Travel Man Dan?
Dude, this thing is friggin' tasty, bro.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's do it. I'm going to give you a ticket. The first choice is, from now, the new lightweight, heavyweight, Yuri Porzinka from Czech.
What?
Damn it. I can't pronounce
it. Can you, from the top.
Yuri I bailed on the last and now I'm laughing. It's such a hard name. He's from the Czech Republic. He beat Glover Textura last night in Singapore. He is now the lightweight heavyweight champion. Yuri P, we'll call him. Awesome fighter. But yeah, there it is. Czech Republic. That is downtown Prague. Beautiful.
Wow. Look how beautiful, man. 1, 2, 3,
4 bridges. 4 bridges. Beautiful. Really cool fairy tale looking city. This is not just Prague I'm talking about. I'm talking about the whole Czech Republic. Next slide, please. Take another look. Look at this little town. Woo. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Dude, so do you know what Horseshoe Bend is in Arizona?
Yeah.
It's like they created this like as an image that is basically a residential version of Horseshoe Bend. Look how cool that is.
I mean, yeah, I love that they're all white and orange. And it's a small town. I forget the name. It's like it's a Czech name. I need to call my friend Miroslav Nach. He's a good friend of mine in China. And then the last picture being, look at this. Are you freaking kidding me? The countryside.
Wow.
Look at the countryside.
And that's a rainy day and it looks awesome.
I know, man. It's like, what do you got to be miserable about? Like, here's the thing. I look at pictures like this and I'm going, what are you doing in California? Like,
I know, dude.
California is cool in LA and stuff like this, but it ain't that cool. Like,
it's not.
That looks like just beyond, once you get off of that cliff, you see this guy walking.
Yeah, he's probably sitting up there smoking a pipe.
Exactly. It's probably his backyard. Like, that's where fucking Zirzor would live. I'm going to find that little guy, and I'm going to ask him where he lives. But there's your first choice. The Czech Republic, beautiful, home of Dominic Hasek. Or would you rather go to a place that I absolutely love, one of the best places, a place that I really recommend you checking out if you're looking for a vacation, and that is Lithuania. Look at that. Very similar to the Czech Republic. Now, I've actually been there. You can see my video where I've been to those 3 crosses. I walked to the top of that thing where you're overlooking all of Vilnius. I've drank mead. The mead place was down in here to the left somewhere. Just a beautiful city. But let's take a look at overall Lithuania. I mean, awesome. Look at that.
Wow, dude, that's like something you would see in like a Disney movie.
That is called Tranky Castle, and that is one of the coolest places. I met my friend Snacks there. I don't know if you ever met Snacks. Yeah, did you ever meet Snacks?
Oh no.
He's quiet. I'll bring him over. Hold on. He's a quiet guy.
What do you have him in the freezer?
No.
Look at that thing. I mean, oh my gosh, it's like a fairy tale.
I got a release one day. I found Snacks over there, right at that castle. Okay, this is Snacks. Say hi. He's really quiet. Hey, this is Snacks. I found him on Tranky Castle. Okay, he's a little quiet right now. What he is he's very nocturnal. But I found him down in those trees down in there. Off to
Did
the
you?
left.
Come on, yeah. No, you didn't.
I did. I swear I did.
No, you found that thing right there?
It's not a thing. It's Snacks, dude.
All right, sorry. You found Snacks on that island?
Yeah, right to the left where you see those trees are really yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found them in there.
That's the right, by the way.
Okay, the right, stage left. I'm talking stage left. All right, so that is Tranky Castle.
Hi, Snacks.
Damien, you could see my video. I'm going to one day release the unlimited features, and Snacks will be able to. What?
He's talking to it.
Okay. He's a little tired, but this is Snacks. He's homesick when he sees that. But that's the Tranky Castle. So yeah, beautiful place. And then of course in Lithuania, I mean, yeah, you have the beach.
Woo! Wow, what is that?
That is the forget about it Baltic Sea.
That's the Baltic?
Yeah.
That's really what it looks like?
Yeah.
Dude, I have it in my head such a different version of what that would look like. Wow. Because the Baltic is a place I need to go. I have to go to the Baltic.
Yeah, you really do, especially because you have friends there, like people that I could set you up with in Latvia. Like, I'm sorry, did I say Baltic or Balkan?
You said Baltic.
I meant Balkan.
Oh.
Wait, Latvia and Lithuania are referred to as the Balkans. Right?
Yeah, I mean, my knowledge of that part.
I always get this mixed up, and I apologize. I'm just drunk.
Damien says Lithuania.
Okay, so the Balkans, I'm sorry. It is the Baltic. I was correct. Sorry.
No, I was correct. You were wrong.
The Baltic Sea. There it is. For me, this one's tough, but I've always wanted to see Czech Republic. I've been to Lithuania. Love it. I'm going to the Czech Republic to see Miroslav.
Really, really hard because I've been to neither of these places. I've never been to Europe. Man, I don't know. Lithuania. Nah, Lithuania.
What? Dude, I'm telling you, you'll love it.
All right. Lithuania. But it would be like it's 51% to 49%. That's how close it is.
Very cheap places, too. Lithuania loves basketball and heavy metal. And Snacks is from there. All right, moving on. Which band do you prefer? Aerosmith. Loving an elevator. Says I'm crying when I met you.
Steven Tyler's face in this picture. What's up with the... Come on, dude. The teardrops?
Well, I mean, it was the time. Look, they're a couple of studs, and I will tell you this. I saw Aerosmith open up for Kiss.
Did you?
This is probably about 12 years ago, front stage. And Steven Tyler was on a rope swinging around the crowd. Like, he's got to be about 55 years old, and he's on this thing like, wow.
Dude, he is like the old school lead man, right?
Yeah.
Like the classic rock and roll lead man. That's Steven Tyler.
Yeah, and this is when bands were friggin' awesome. Go to the next picture. Look how awesome they are, man. I mean, look at it. Dude's got a crazy, silly hat.
Favorite Aerosmith song?
Crying.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're going to the more 90s style.
Yeah. There's one thing that I really love, and that's these heavy rock bands. I don't want to say heavy metal, but heavy.
Snake.
What's it?
White Snake.
Yeah, I love their power ballads.
Yeah, me too.
I love their love music. I love their softer side to them. I know that seems kind of weird, and I don't care. I'm very confident of what I like. And I love Amazing and Crying by Aerosmith. I think they're just better than Walk This Way, and
Yeah, but you got like Dream On, like their super early stuff, which is just what got them on the map. Dream On is one of those classic songs that I don't care. I can listen to 1,000,001 times and it never gets old for me.
I just love like Poison, White Snake,
Def Leppard.
Yeah, I just love that stuff. But okay, so there's Aerosmith. The second band being, next slide, please. Oh, so I often wonder this. If you don't know what this is Sinclair Lewis's book, Aerosmith. And if you don't know, he was this doctor.
Wow.
And it was one of my favorite books. and he's got this love and affection for his cousin during the Victorian age. Yeah, it is a little weird. It was during the Victorian age. He's tormented by this. If you've never read the book Aerosmith, I don't know if Aerosmith gets its name from this, but check this out if you ever have. Sinclair Lewis, that's a book I definitely recommend.
Aerosmith is a Boston band, right? Does anybody in the comments know? Aerosmith, I'm fairly certain, is a Boston band. I just wanted to clarify.
I don't know, Nate.
Pretty sure.
All right. Well, the second band I'm going to bring up is AC/DC.
There they are. And they are from Australia.
Are they? Okay. All right. So that makes sense because I was wondering why he has that weird child's A hat.
Where? You mean what's his name? What's his name?
The lead guy.
Well, no, that's the guitar. The lead guy's right there in the front. The guitarist though, what's his name? He's a famous.
I don't know, Orange Bargs.
Nah, dude, you know the name. Guitarist for AC/DC. It's like Angus Young.
Yeah. Okay, so is the A for Australia? Now this just
no, it's probably for Angus, dude.
I mean, this is just weird, right? Like,
face.
3 guys look like they came out of the shower. 2 guys look like they didn't want to do it.
The guy in the middle, I don't know what the hell he's doing.
He looks like Angus has his signature hat on, but I mean, highway to hell. Well, you really hit that high note. I love Mead. Oh, I love the way it makes you feel.
Oops.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, drop.
All right. So going back to that, I like AC/DC. I really like them a lot. I think watching them is even funner. But for me, Aerosmith is one of my favorite all-time bands. I'm going with Aerosmith.
All right. So this is probably going to surprise you. I am not a fan of Aerosmith.
Doesn't surprise me. I can see where people don't like them.
And I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of AC/DC. I do like them. It does feel novelty-ish to me sometimes. And so does Aerosmith. Like, if Aerosmith has this way of bubblegumming rock and roll that I don't really care for. So I'd have to go. I'm going to go AC/DC. I don't know. And there's different levels of AC/DC, right? You have the original lead singer who then either left or passed away. I forget. And then they brought somebody else on. I don't know all the details, but I'm going AC/DC.
Dude, this picture, the guy next to the guy in the middle with the hair.
The guy on the left?
Looks like dumpling.
All right, food.
Move on to food. Guys, which would you prefer? Would you prefer to eat this one? It is called Zelachika. And it is like a sauerkraut soup with potatoes and sausages from Czech Republic. Next picture, different variations. You got sour cream. I love the sour cream in the Balkans. Beautiful dish. Like, I love this food. This is, the problem with this stuff is you need to be in Europe or you need to be with someone that can prepare it. You can't pull this shit out of a can.
No.
It's just not American. It has to be.
That's a beautiful bowl, man. That's beautiful.
Or would you prefer one of my favorite all-time dishes, the Zeppelini from Lithuania? Look at this thing, dude. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's a potato with bacon bits on top with dill. It's not, okay? That little white circumference thing is like a weird potato that's been sitting out too long.
Oh, that's a potato? That's not a dumpling?
No, it turns into it's a potato dumpling. It's a potato dumpling. If you go to the next slide, it'll give you a better look at what's inside. Oh, forget about it, dude. You think you can eat a lot of these things? They're so heavy. They're so rich. There's white sauce. Good vibes to you, Drunatic. Just absolutely delicious. For me, I love sauerkraut soup, but this is not even. This is one of my favorite all-time dishes.
How do they get that in there, Danny?
The Zeppelinis.
How do they get it in there?
I don't know. It's not a true potato. It's a potato like dumpling thing. You can check out my episode
Okay.
if you want to see the zeppelinis where I eat them in Lithuania. One of my favorite dishes. I'll take that.
Man, this is really hard because anything with
Bro.
sauerkraut, I am 100% game. But that thing right there is very interesting to me. It looks like a potato / dumpling that's been stuffed with a meatball. So I'm going to go the zeppelini.
Damien says second option. Yeah, the zeppelini.
Damien gets it. Damien gets it.
Damien gets it. This is what we're drinking, the Havoc mead hop swarm. It's delicious. If you're just hopping on.
Dude, I want both of those dishes right now.
Man. All right, moving on. We're going to the next one. It is, what would you rather? Would you rather be more proficient at one or the other? Would you rather be really good at unicycling? Which is really hard. Like,
dude,
that
super
guy,
hard.
The core strength that you have to balance on one wheel is really hard. If you go to the next photo, you can see another guy. I don't know if that's Harry Potter.
Looks like he's had his fair share of mead.
He's like a Harry Potter, but I got to say something about him. As pound for pound thin as he is, he's definitely probably pretty muscular. Maybe
definitely.
I mean, look at his forearms. He's got some forearms.
Strength, man.
Yeah, but the wheel's bigger. He's obviously on some college campus.
Easy to learn, says Freak.
Whoa, Freak. Oh, this is so good.
Dude, the mead, man. I'm like, there's a different thing going on with this.
This Havoc is delicious.
It's like happy juice.
It is. All right. Or would you rather be proficient at log rolling? All right. Now,
look at these two dingbats.
No way.
Oh, man.
Go to the next one. Sometimes you gotta, I mean, but dude, I played baseball in front of less people. That thing is jam-packed with people.
Hold on. We got to give Damien his time here. Is he about to play Quidditch on that unicycle?
Damien, well said, my friend.
Damien's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So if you could have one odd skill, which would it be? I mean, log rolling looks fun. It's definitely a little more competitive, but I think just unicycling.
The guy on the right, dude. Looks like my gym teacher.
I just think unicycling is just so odd. I'm going unicycling.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm doing log roll, bro. Look at that. Because at least I know if I'm falling off into the water or my dome's getting cracked off that log. But I don't want to be on cement with a unicycle. I'm going log roll.
That is true. All right, the next one we don't have pictures for, Nate, but we're going back to the discussion of disgusting things. Which would you rather? It's an Olympic-sized pool. You got to swim 100 yards underwater, whether you pop up because you can't hold your breath, but you still have to do the 100 yards of underwater. You have to swim 100 yards underwater of urine. The whole your face. You were down with it until I said so it's all urine. You have to swim 100 yards from one edge to the pool to the other. I don't, because sometimes you swallow a little water. You don't want to swallow urine. You don't want to go in your ears or in your eyes. And you're underwater the whole time. Or you have to cannonball into an above ground pool full of diarrhea, but you get to come immediately out. Like you don't have to.
So you jump in, you're allowed to get out as fast as you can.
Yeah, you get you literally get. You don't have to swim around there. You
just dropped in and pulled out.
Just dropped in, pulled out. You have to cannonball. You have to old fashioned cannonball. Tuck the knees, grab them, and just boom, boom. All right, so
hold on.
Both are yeah, exactly. Wait, did you plug your nose?
Yeah, well, I don't want any diarrhea going on my nose, so I got to.
No, but yeah, I don't take you as a nose plugger on any
I won't
cannonball.
nose plug in the chlorine, but I'll nose plug in the diarrhea.
This one's tough. Whoa.
No, it's
all
not.
right.
This is very easy.
Which one are you going with?
I'm not diving into diarrhea. I would rather urine. I mean, is it my own urine? Is it all my
No,
own, or is it a
dude.
mix of other
Everybody
people's
from the mall.
urine? Everybody from the mall. What mall?
Any mall in America.
Nah, so it's random.
Yeah, as soon as they walk in, they got to pee. They go to a pool and they pee in that
Yeah,
pool.
but you can drink pee and get away with it. Diarrhea, man. No,
other people's
pee, boy.
Other people's pee, and you're in there for 100 yards.
I'd rather that than diarrhea, 100%. What about you?
What about you? I'm taking the plunge, dude.
Damien says an impossible choice, but I'd rather option one. That's what would you rather? Great job, Danny.
We haven't gone disgusting in a while. I felt like it was time. Notice we got crickets. I'm taking the plunge. I'm going cannonball in the diarrhea. It's quick. It's quick, it's fast. It's over. Thanks for playing, guys. That's What Would You Rather. We're drinking a Hop Swarm. It is wonderful, wonderful Sunday morning, Nate. This may be one of the most favorite drinks I've ever had on the show. It's like,
really?
Yeah, it's like a lemonade shandy.
I'm going to keep saying good vibes.
She's
enjoying it. Hey, we do have a quiz, Travel Man Dan.
Let's do the quiz, my man. Let's do the quiz.
So, I designed this quiz. It was initially supposed to be a Vermont. My eyes are heavy right now. It was supposed to be a Vermont/Mead quiz. So you'll see that right here on the title. However, I don't think there's any Mead questions. But here we go. So there's 5 total. Danny, guys, in the comments, how many should we allow him to get wrong? What do you think, Danny?
5.
5 wrong?
I think I
2.
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Vermont state nickname is Ben and Jerry's State, the Pasture State, the Green Mountain State, the Wide Open Spaces State. What do you got?
Green Mountain State.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
Ding. Whoa.
Yes.
Damien, thanks for 2 or 3, by the way.
Thank
need
you,
to be more
Damien.
committal than that. All right.
No, Damien's my boy, dude.
Damien's awesome. Calvin Coolidge is the only president born in Vermont. True or false?
Coolidge was born.
You don't know. Stop it.
I know a lot of our presidents.
Dude, what are you doing? Are you Googling it?
No, dude. Am I Googling it? True.
Whoa! Ding, 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 ding. Danny, Travelman Dan is 2 for 2. What is the state capital of Vermont? Is it Burlington? Is it Rutland? Is it Providence or Montpelier?
Burlington.
Montpelier, Vermont is the correct answer, but Burlington, Vermont is the highest populated city in the state.
Damn it.
You got one more, bro. And there's 2 more questions. Here we go. Which is Vermont's state flag?
Oh, I can't even see, bro.
Well, that's your problem. Though everybody can see those. So just so you know, a lot of these have been recycled. What are you doing?
I'm looking for clues.
No, you can't look for clues. But you gotta have to examine those flags though a little bit.
Yeah, I can't really see. I know one is New York, one is Mexico.
Yep. One's Pennsylvania.
One's Pennsylvania.
Dude, he's typing. You're typing. Are you cheating?
Not at all, dude.
I don't trust you. You're typing something in while you're trying to figure this out. What is the Vermont state flag?
I gotta see close because I know it has a tree on it.
All right, so there's one with a tree.
Can you zoom in a little bit? Control?
No, there's no zoom in.
Yeah, you is. You go like this. Whoa.
You're cheating.
I'm not. I'm trying to zoom in. I'm
There's
gonna
no-
go with the bottom, the one next to Mexico.
Correct. That is the
Yeah!
answer. Good job, Travel Man Dan. Last question. What is Vermont's? Sorry, that's worded incorrectly. What is Vermont University's mascot? The Cougars, Prairie Dogs, Gophers, or the Catamounts?
Catamounts.
Ding, 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 ding. And what is a catamount? A catamount is a large cat.
Yes.
Which I never knew about. Travel Man Dan, you do not have to funnel a beer. Congratulations, my friend. Very well done.
That was the hardest one I think I've ever had.
Don't say that. That's the easiest one.
Dude, that was hard.
Got them all right.
Snacks, excuse me, snacks.
There he goes. That was cool. That was a good one. And we got one more thing to show before Danny does his, I'm sure he's got a quote. But he did yesterday go to a pretty cool brewery. Once he gets back, we'll talk a little bit about it. But yeah, I'm enjoying this mead. It doesn't have the greatest nose. I'm not gonna lie. If you've ever smelled kombucha, you know that kind of fermented, funky, weird mother smell that you get off of that. It kind of smells like an armpit. That's what this reminds me of. And I don't pick up a lot of hops. You would think you get more hops, consider it was dry hop, but what a great drink.
I'm picking up a lot of rose.
Rose?
Yeah,
like the
rose.
flower?
Yeah. Yeah.
Danny, where's this?
That is a place I visited yesterday. It is awesome. It's called a Local Peasant. There's two of them. There's one in Sherman Oaks in the Valley, and there's another one in Woodland Hills. One of the great things about this place is they serve high-quality beer. They got stuff like the Alchemist Heady Topper. They got stuff like a Piney the Elder. I've never had this one. I've always heard about it from Red Russian River Brewing up near San Francisco. I've heard about how great it is, how it takes over the beer world, and did not disappoint. Here's the cool thing about this place. It's one of those gastropubs where they serve food as well.
Yep.
So I definitely recommend if you're here. But the staff, everybody, great. Like manager present, asking, hey, how do you like it? The bartenders, I was so impressed with this place because this is how I feel like every place should be.
Right.
Yeah, it's
inviting.
Yeah, Trolling. Welcome back. All right. Yeah, it's just I gotta say I'm gonna be a frequent customer. I feel like I should call them and just tell them like I was there yesterday, and I just want to say thank you so much for the quality service, and I really was impressed with your staff and just everything about it.
Yeah, I'm going to hit them up on Twitter too. So I found their Twitter handle, much like I did with Groennfell. So we're going to hit them up. Make sure they see the video because, we've been very impressed with both options. And Danny has talked nothing but great things when it comes to this bar. And I'd love to go check out the Local Peasant.
It's just a place my friend said, let's meet. I had no idea. I walked there. It was such a great place. And nowadays in the United States, like the customer service, the relationship with the customer. I miss my TMD fam. We miss you, Trolling. Great to have you on the show. Thank you so much. Next week's show will be 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday. So, welcome to the show. It's just one of those places that you just feel good about, going to. I had the Mediterranean pizza. I had the entire pizza. It was delicious. It had like Clamato olives. It had sun-dried tomatoes, artichoke hearts, cheese, and it was just very, very delicious. I almost have a little bit of inspiration to go back down there and try it again because it was just that good of a place. But like I said, the people were so inviting, they were friendly, and I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there that I'm not getting paid or any sponsorship with the local peasant. It was just where me and my friend met up, and I was so pleased to see this. Matter of fact, like I was drinking this beer and I was talking with the bartender just lightly. I was like, oh, wow, you have Pliny the Elder, you have like Alchemist and Eddie Topper. You did all these like California Cruise and Vanilla, my favorite beer ever. And she knew what she was talking about. And I said, oh, you got the good stuff. And she's laughing. She's like, it's funny because I had a customer here yesterday and was saying, how come we don't have any of the good stuff like Bud Light and Coors Light and Busch on tap? And I was just laughing. But, it's just the beer culture. But, yeah, I definitely recommend if you're here in Los Angeles, shit, I'll even meet you there. Let me know. It's called Local Peasant. Nate, I really hope that you can get down here maybe this month or sometime in July. It would be awesome to see you and your family or your brother. And let's do the beach.
I will go there just for the fact that they have Pliny the Elder. I've been waiting to try this beer. And guys, we have some pretty exciting beers coming up that we're going to be doing Just One beers over in the next month, right? We've got a Heady Topper. We've got something from Trillium. We've got what's the other one? One more. Oh, we got something from Maine Brewing, right? So we're going to be doing that over the next few weeks. But Pliny the Elder is kind of like people when they have a new batch and they let it out to the world that they're for sale. People line up around the block, like hundreds and hundreds of people deep, to try to get their hands on cases of this beer. So I really want to check it out. Danny told me it's absolutely phenomenal. So if we can get ourselves the Local Peasant and try it there, but I'd also like to try it from the source directly. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that place, man. It's going to be my spot. I mean, it's a little bit further away, but good things. Sometimes you got to go farther. But let's go ahead and wrap this episode up. It might be the longest episode we're ever having if we don't get out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and whack this sucker down. It's the Havoc MEAD Hop Swarm. Unbelievable. I feel like the taste. It's almost like if you took a whole pack of the Ricolas and you just left them in warm water and they melted. And it just, look, there's not too many times I say this. I'm being 100% honest with saying this is one of the best beers I've ever had on the show. Unbelievably loved it. 5.0. I think the taste is sensational. It's got all the right elements that I like. I think you could drink this at a volleyball game. I like that it's a little stronger. It's got so many different complex but yet balanced and refreshing flavors. This is an award-winning thing, I think. And I love that it's gluten-free. I don't know why. It just I feel less bloated. 5.0.
I'm going to go 4.5. I'm giving that a better score than the last one because I like this one better than the Old Wayfarer. If I was going to go back to these, I would choose this one. I really like the hop swarm. I like the hop element to it. It provides something a little bit different. There's an adjunct there. So yeah, 4.5.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Can you pull that website up again, Nate? I believe they were also the same price. So at $375, I think, for a beer this good or for a mead this good,
$14.99, same price, guys.
All right, $375. Look, I gave the last one a 4.0, but I think this is a better tasting one, and I would choose this one. You know what? I'm going to give it a 4.5. I think it's right where you need to be for something this good, for something this new, something creative. They're on the forefront of it. I would pay this much.
5.0 for me. Again, same as before. How can I say this about the Old Wayfarer and then ding the next one? So 5.0. Thank you, Mike. The fact that our community provided this, you get a perfect score for me. I
love it. All right, design. Look, I don't know what it is about this. I love the orange can. I love that they have a little story like Nate always likes. The bee, love bees, love everything else, but something ain't jiving. something about the verbiage. Is it a Havoc mead? Is it a hop swarm? Is it a dry hop mead? What is it? I don't know. I get confused in all their word and verbiage and stuff like that. I like what they got going on, but they're just not there. So design, I think it's good. It's just not wonderful. I'm going to give them a score of a 3.5, the same as before. Like I said, I like it, but I don't love it. So I don't know what I don't like about it. I don't know what I don't love about it. It's 3.5.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.0. I also like it. It's just a little bit incomplete. They do tell a story, which is something I really love, so I'm not going to hit it too much. And I also like the bee with the hops, kind of, the element in it like Danny does. But for me, it's a good, not great design 3.0.
All right, accessibility, same as before, 3.0. Look, you can order off their website. You're starting to see it in some places like your big distributors. Outside the U.S., you're not going to see it. I think it's sensational. I think it's great what they're doing. I think it's going to only grow with shows like this, with people talking about it. Look at accessibility. I'm seriously going to order more of this right now. As soon as the show's over, I'm going to order this. Accessibility 3.0.
I don't remember if I gave it a 2.0 or 2.5 or a 3.0. I forget. I think it was a 2.5, so I'm going to carry the same for the same reason. 2.5.
Okay. TMDX Factor. My good friend from my hometown gave it to me. It's the third product. I think we got 3 products that we drank from this place. Matter of fact, I think I even have an extra one. I was going to say, I want to drink another one. I have other one.
What was the name of the other one, Danny?
The other one was called...
I have it here on
Valkyrie's Choice.
Yes, that's it. Valkyrie's Choice. I think that's their flagship.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Look what D-Boy's got. Oh, boy. I got another one thanks to Mike. And I got another one thanks to Mike. I'm going to enjoy this other one thanks to Mike. Yeah, so we are meeting it up over here. Look, great product. Love it. Thanks for a great show. Thank you, Drunatic Love and Life in Los Angeles. 5.0. Wouldn't have it any other way.
5.0, same as last time. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, community. Thank you for everybody that watches the show. First time we were able to bring mead to the table and try something a little bit different. I think it's been a success. And the guys like Groennfell and Havoc, they do a great job.
Yeah, and actually, here we go, guys. I want to go ahead and bring up the score. But before I do that, the score, it sounds like it's going to be a great Sunday. Yeah, I'm actually shipping some of this out to my friend Dave Z over at Beer in Front, and we will be doing his podcast for Father's Day. Very fun episode. Nate, tell us about that episode, Drunken Man Dan.
Yeah, so Dave Zalatoris, Reverend Dave Zalatoris from Beer in Front, where he's going to have us on the show. He's doing a collaboration of people that are discussing beers that were inspired by their fathers. I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to do yet. The men in my life have come and gone, so I got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. But that's what we're doing this Wednesday. All right, so we're gonna be recording that on Wednesday, and that'll be out for distribution probably in the next couple of weeks. So be on the lookout for it.
It's gonna be awesome, guys. But another great thing is this Havoc mead scored a 21. Unbelievable drink, unbelievable score. Look, Nate, I actually found. What'd you get? A 20. Awesome. Hey, oh baby boy. I got an extra one. I gotta send this one to my man Dave Z. I gotta give him one. We got all of this old Groennfell, so I'll be sure to send him one of these. Absolutely love this stuff. It's delicious. Thank you, Mike, for sending that to us. We had some great times, great scores. It's time to get out the die. Where's the die? What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? I'm gonna shoot them up. Number 3. What am I listening to? Well, I hear there's a new movie coming out. Of course, my uncle was a great impersonator or cover band of Elvis. So I'm listening to a lot of Elvis these days. Love Elvis. I grew up with Elvis. So I'm listening to a lot of Elvis. Looking forward to the movie coming out. Nate's score. I want to taste this beer. Have trolling. It's good. So
I rolled a 1. What are you reading, right? So right now, This kind of hits two different categories for me because the reason why I got back into this book is a movie that I'm watching and I have not finished called Roadrunner, which is about Anthony Bourdain. I'm a massive Anthony Bourdain fan. All the great things that he brought to the world, and quite a conflicted individual, obviously. And it just got me back into this book, which is absolutely outstanding. I'm just in the beginning of it, but when you start to read it, you can really feel, the torment and also the beauty that he provided to us. So this is what I'm reading, Kitchen Confidential, one of the best books of all time for a lot of people. If you haven't ever had a chance, if you've never heard of it, buy it and give yourself an opportunity to read it.
Love it, Nate. That's one thing. My bucket list, I definitely would like to drink that or read that one day. Damien read it, solid read. I definitely would like to get to that. I'm surrounded by MEAD. I love the buzz that I got going on.
Me too.
Really, Nate. Forget about it. Anyway, all right, guys. I want to leave you with this quote, and this is a gut check. This is a stare at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself and understand where you are in your life. And I love this quote. It's an anonymous quote. I don't know who said it or where it came from, but it's awesome. So whether or not you reflect on it or tonight, today, whenever, think about this one because it's really important and it's a gut check, like I said, because it asks you as a person. It's all relatable no matter what field of work you're in, no matter what stage of life you're in. This can all be applied to you. And it says this. It says, don't be upset by the results you didn't get with the work you didn't do. And I freaking love that. I love that because so many times we're brought with this idea that somebody owes us something or we deserve this or, without actually working for it. Okay. Without actually putting in the time to master something, to be good enough, to wait for your spot. Sometimes you're good enough. Sometimes you're game ready. You could be put in right now. But, that person in front of you has been there for 20 years and you didn't get that promotion or you didn't get picked for this. And it could be applied to all ages and all levels and all aspects of life. Remember, don't be upset by the results you didn't get with the work you didn't do. So gut check yourself. Make sure that you did the work, all the stuff that you did to apply, to make sure that you had every opportunity to get in there. Sometimes you can continue to work and work and work and you still didn't get it and then you want to quit. And, that's part of the work. I'm sorry. Life isn't fair, as they say. Okay? It's been pretty fair to me. But life isn't fair. And you know what? It just is a reminder that you're never done. Keep humble, keep hungry, and keep quiet because there's always more work to be done. And I love this quote. So hopefully you guys will take a week to ingest it, whenever that is, whether you're driving, look in your mirror. Nate, do you have anything to say on this? I know you're down with this principle.
Yeah, I am down with that principle. I completely agree. I also have another quote, if I can share one.
Please do.
Yeah, so this is actually from Anthony Bourdain. It was sent to me, and that's kind of another reason why I'm in this Kitchen Confidential thing. And Danny, when I read this, I think a lot of the sentences here and a lot of the different parts of this quote are really going to resonate with you, and that's why I want to share it. So this is it from Anthony Bourdain, and I apologize if I get emotional over it. Eat at a local restaurant tonight. Get the cream sauce. Have a cold pint at 4:00 in a mostly empty bar. Go somewhere you've never been. Listen to someone you think you may have nothing in common with you. Order the steak rare. Eat an oyster. Have a Negroni. Have two. Be open to a world where you may not understand or agree with the person next to you, but have a drink with them anyways. Eat slowly. Tip your server. Check in on your friends. Check in on yourself. Enjoy the ride. That right there, man.
Love it. Love it, man.
Pretty awesome. Anthony Bourdain.
There's just so much to dissect about that, There's a lot to take in here, guys. It's very deep stuff from what I was saying, but even deeper stuff than what Nate was saying off of Anthony Bourdain. This is a guy who lived it. This is a guy that did it. So many times you meet so many people that are very regular in a sense. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But to have the perspective of the irregular is so much more adaptive and for me, it's the gratitude that serves that comes from it, being thankful that I was able to even try stuff like that. Have you ever tried an oyster? Some people are like, ew, oysters, ew.
Right?
And they never try it. You know what I'm saying? Or they see this guy and he might be spooky or weird on the outside, but yet this guy's had 5 friggin' lifetimes in him and they don't want to go near him. But yet the guy that drinks with them understands a lot more and understands perspective. Love it, Anthony Bourdain. Love it, Nate. Thank you for sharing that. That's going to pretty much do it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had some great episode. This was one that I was really excited about. This is the beers that are the meads we had today. Okay, awesome. Look at this. I got so much. I got more mead. I was seriously wondering, like, I just want another one. And here they are. I'm going to send Dave Z some. Guys, thank you so much. Nate, as always, thank you for being on the show. Do you have any closing words?
No, I can't wait to see you guys next week.
Next week, Saturday at 10 a.m. Standard Pacific 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much. That right there is Nate Honeysuckle. I'm Travel Man Dan. And remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. Bye, guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.